There are 4 teenagers in this 17 for the West Tigers today, including a debutante, Luke Lalili. What an occasion for the family. The 18-year-old only turned 18 10 days ago. As Benji Marshall explained in the pre-game, he would have given this guy a debut if he was old enough in round 1. And welcome back, Adam Doueihi. 439 days since doing his 3rd ACL in round 6 against Parramatta last year. A comeback game ahead of schedule after playing in the halves last week. He'll play in the centres today, and he'll kick things off. Great to see him back, Joey.
I saw him downstairs in the tunnel. He's very excited. Asked was he nervous. He said, no, not at all. So what's the plan? He said, well, first time I touch the ball, I'm just going to charge.
I actually watched him in that reserve grade game last week, New South Wales Cup team. The best description is he looked like a NRL player playing New South Wales Cup. He was way too good for them.
He pumps it long. There's no strapping on that knee of Adam Doueihi either. And Canberra bring it back through Joe Tarpany. So the most inexperienced team in the comp all year. Playing at home here at Campbelltown, the West Tigers against the Canberra Raiders, who have that 7-6 record. The Tigers climbed off the bottom with last week's win over the Titans, but then the Gold Coast won yesterday handsomely to put the Tigers back on the bottom. So they're looking to climb off the bottom again, trying to avoid that wooden spoon that they claimed last year. Tarpany puts his hand up for a second hit up here. One of the leaders of this Raiders pack. Wolford for Rapana right up the middle. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Give his kicker some room. And Wolford will go to Kyo Weeks to complete that first set for the Raiders. And a thumping kick had Jareen Buller backtracking. Just their 3rd win of the season, that victory at Leichhardt last week against the Gold Coast. Here's Fa'atape on one wing. And the other young man ready to get his first touch, Luke Lalili. Here he is. Oh, and met solidly by Elliot Whitehead. The veteran from England says, welcome to first grade, sir. Here's Watoi Kamanu.
I thought coming here today it's going to be physical.
Martamua in the 13. And Caesar, there is experience mixed in with the youth. Good chase as they get Rapana pinned inside his own 20. Timoko testing out Doueihi. It's a match-up to follow across the 80 minutes here. Such a strong ball runner, Matt Timoko. He's got Nick Kontrick outside of him.
I was looking at Timoko in the warm-up, and I understand now why he wears his socks down. I don't think they could go over his calves. He has got the biggest calves. Not calves, they're cows. Massive.
Just look at that Raiders bench. Danny Levi will give Wolford a chop out at some stage as Weeks goes high. And Buller to collect. First mistake of the game made by the Tigers fullback. Tarpany, oh look at him go. Gives it to Kyo Weeks. It's on here for Whitehead. And the try saver made in the end by Fa'atape in company with Buller. Trying to crash over from dummy half. The Tigers have done well to save another try scoring opportunity there as Hudson Young had to go. Now Ethan Strange putting the footwork on, throws the intercepts. Brett Naden. Oh, look at the speed, picking him up. Xavier Savage rounds up Naden in time, but it's end-to-end stuff at Campbelltown. And now Galvin. Oh, looky Galvin! What a roar at Campbelltown!
Against the run of play, the intercept by Brent Naden. He went 60, 70 metres. And then Lockie Galvin, he just stood up. Isuzu D-Max replay, here's the intercept. Naden, he went all in and he sprints downfield 50, 60, 70 metres and gets tackled. And I love the young 5'8" stood up and said, give me the ball. No messing around. Look, demanded the ball and he gets over the advantage line quickly. He dictates to the defence. And against the run of play, they're in the Tigers.
Yeah, well, that was a shock, wasn't it? Down one end, look as though Raiders had them stripped to the left-hand side. Brent Naden came up with the steal. The speed of Xavier Savage. If we got a high shot of his chase on Brent Naden, he picked him up so comfortably. And Brent Naden is no slouch. But as Andrew said, the confidence. What's this, Naden? Now, Naden's gone. Savage gives him plenty of start, but picks him up quickly. Naden knows he's in trouble. As Andrew said, love this on the next play. Lockie Galvin, he's only a youngster, a teenager, demands the ball, pins his ear back, backs himself. I know a lot of people that would panic in that position about what to do, pass or whatever. He didn't. One thing on his mind, I'm good enough. Catch me if you can.
I'd like to see Lockie Galvin's birth certificate. Do you think he's 18? Isn't he baby-faced?
It's his first career try. Born in Campbelltown, he does it here at Campbelltown Stadium.
Now, I think during manufacturing, he got in the brains line twice. I think he got 2 sets of brains because he's highly intelligent. His footy IQ is brilliant. And he's got a lot of confidence, a lot of self-confidence for one so young.
I saw him in the tunnel. I couldn't believe how tall he is. 6'3".
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Sam Thaiday did the interview with him, said the same thing. He played second row in that Harold Matts grand final winning team 2 years ago. Now he's in the 5/8 row, and Happy Coruscant back in the 9, makes it 6-0. It's 4 years and 3 days since the Tigers won here at Campbelltown. They're off to a dream start with that 6-0 lead 5 minutes in. And off the back fence to bring it back. Let's check in on the conditions with Freddie Fittler.
Well, the conditions just got hotter after that try. The crowd just went berserk. It's one of the loudest sounds I've ever heard at this ground. The conditions are good. It's clear. There's a little bit of breeze behind the Raiders, but if you looked at any of the flags around, they're not blowing hard. So a little bit soft underground. So footing, you know, not at its absolute best. But all in all, good night, good day for footy.
Last time they won here, June 2020, against the Cowboys, who had to fly down that day to take on the Tigers here during the COVID era. Nice service out in front of Caesar. Bombs away to Rapana, under pressure here. Batted back by the Tigers a couple of times. Tape back to Coruscant. Can he get the second kick away? Still going Arpi. And Dewey.
Hand over.
Hand over to hand it over in the end.
They're appealing that he was offside, the Tigers.
Well, they're in front, but it's very early to be using a challenge. I think they had a case there. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the Golden West. Beautiful.
Lights are on. A little bit of sun in the in-goal area. Right of screen as Papali'i. Strong run from the veteran. Canberra looks certain to score when they had that great field position off the Buller error, but here's a mistake and latched onto by the rookie in his first game. Now Lali'i. Great field position here to try and add to that 6-0 advantage here as the ball is reefed out of Porter's grasp. And do they have the shot at 2?
They do this a lot, the Raiders. They are constantly pulling at the ball. You watch the tackling today, particularly in the early in the tackle count. Everyone is ripping at the ball. They're really good at one-on-one steals, but they're constantly pushing, looking for errors.
Big decision there to kick for touch.
Are they going to ride the crowd here?
What a story. Porter is 27 years of age, just his 3rd game Never gave up on his first grade dream. Now Caesar. Faidu! Running with purpose. Took some stopping. Wolford and Whitehead got him. And now Otoi Kamanu. What about the enthusiasm these Tigers are playing with here? Canberra will do well to hold on as the set restart is given. Caesar, runners in motion. Here's Buller. Jareem. Oh, he bounced it down. Does he like it? It's going up, no try.
Yeah, I think he threw it to Menangle.
Okay, Jerry, have no try. Just need to review the lead runner on Ethan Strange, and then need to review grounding.
I don't think he's claiming it. They have these passages of West Tigers where they can play some really nice attacking football.
Acknowledge the contact between Brent Naden and Ethan Strange. However, Dream Buller keeps playing to the outside and the defensive line is not impacted.
So when it bounces up like
and
that.
Dream Buller then loses possession in the in goal. You have a decision.
It's a dead giveaway. When the ball bounces high, there's no downward pressure.
Very good pick-up, Gus. Jared Sutton in the bunker with the ruling. Todd Smith out there in the middle. What a chance that was to make the lead double digits.
20 tap.
There's so many talented young players in this Tigers side. I mean, all they need is time at the crease. They need to be playing week in, week out in the NRL. But, you know, in 2 or 3 years' time, gee whiz, they're going to be a team.
5 Campbelltown juniors in the 17 today. So many part of that Harold Matts grand final winning team in 2022.
Well, we all know the plight of the Tigers the last 10, 15 years. I think the only way to get out of that is to build from within. We've got a great nursery out here at Campbelltown, this area. On the SG ball, Jersey Fleet, this year or last year. A lot of these young players have come through from there. They've got to keep them.
Nice run here from Wolford. Looking to show the coach that he's here to stay in first grade again. And Kyo Weeks, quick ball for Whitehead. Typical. And Kontrick ran out of room. Fa'atape rounded him up, kept alive somehow. Back to Kyo Weeks, and Canberra knocking on the door of the answer here. It is the last. Did they know that? It's a nothing play down the short side. They'll have to hand it over.
Who was that?
Elliot Whitehead.
Just who you don't want at dummy half on tackle 5, and then decide to have a little run himself.
These teams squared off in round 2. It was the Tigers' first game of the year after the bye in round 1 down in Canberra. 14-12 at one stage before the Raiders kicked away to win by 20 in the end. Late offload. Now Caesar takes the line on as well. Everyone's having a crack for these Tigers, and now Coruscant not held. Up over halfway he goes. No set restart that the crowd was after. Back on the angle goes Porter. Now look to Caesar, perhaps. No, they go to Galvin down the shorter side. Naden and Buller chasing. Up they go again. Xavier Savage didn't want to bar of it. It's a set restart after the mistake by Rapana. So they failed under the high ball a couple of times. Oh, first gamer! What a moment! Luke Lalii with a try on debut. He saw that try line and he liked what he saw.
Just checked that he's all right. Took a little time getting up there, but that's a big thrill for the family, for the club, and for the young man himself. Just watch the confidence here. Rapana, Isuzu MEX replay, DUX replay. They get the 6 again. The young fella goes to dummy half and he just sees the backs turn. Look at the backs turn here from the Raiders. No one comes off the line and puts his head down in between 2 big men and charges at the line. No thought of self-preservation, no fear. Look at this. Bang! In he goes.
That was brave. Straight at Josh Papali'i. be the biggest man on the field. Talking to Benji Marshall before the game, he said he wanted to play this young man early in the year. He's only just turned 18.
10 days ago.
Yeah. He's got a huge rap on him. Look at this. Just give me the ball. I'm going to score.
Well, he just saw that the Raiders were going back with their backs turned and were very poor to restart. They didn't come off their line at all and probably underestimated him, I'd say. But he made them pay.
And it's 12-0. What an occasion for the family. Now Lali'i, 7 siblings. 2 of the boys play today in this 17. Kit coming off the bench later. The 19-year-old, just his second game. He debuted late last year. And look at that run. Getting rid of Seb Chris was Utoi Kamanu, who's had a taste of origin with New South Wales.
Might go down to Brad Fittler. Seems like Big Stefano this year is running a little bit harder.
Yeah, he's starting to realise what his position is in the team. He's the number 8. He's at the front. And it all comes on the back of him, his attitude. And you see in games where he does take that man on that control, and then there's other games where he sort of shies away from it. I think now they've got a few tries on the board. There's a good chance to actually stand up. They're not chasing points now. It's a good chance to stand up and prove who is the big dog in the team.
Yeah, Benji Marshall played a lot of his career under Tim Sheens here at the Tigers. And Tim Sheens, when he coached, would always like a bit of ball movement coming out of trouble. It's the second or third time coming out of trouble. They've opened the field up and a big shift to their left.
Put it in. Break!
Second mistake from Buller. Forward pass was called, so good field position for Canberra. They've been stunned by the early onslaught here. Tigers racing the clock early. Here's Chris. He spat out the back when Stefano brought it back a moment ago. Sets them up just outside the red zone. Tarpany just backs his way in. Set up to go right or left. We'll go to Smithies. Going on there, Hudson Young, the trademark line, and they were ready and waiting for him. Chopped down by Coruscant. Strange now trying to get one in behind. Great hands, Fianu. Stunning pickup. And he wanted maybe to get it on the outside to Fa'atape.
Great hands from the big man here. Samuela played really strong last week against the Titans.
194 centimetres, Samuela. He's just 20 years of age. He's got his brother Sione coming off the bench later. Galvin. Buller chimes in. Oh, he was nearly through. Important tackle made by Weeks. Galvin to go high. Can Rapina field one and defuse one of these bombs. Coughed up again. Alive here. Oh, it's dreamland stuff for the West Tigers. 16-0 kick to Carmen's Coruscant this time.
Well, the kicks are terrorising Jordan Rapina at the back. It's good to see him put the ball high enough where they can compete. Isuzu D-Max replay, they put it up high enough so the chasers can get down there. Is there a little hand there? So Mr. Bunker will have a look at that, but Coruscant goes over. Let's have a look here if there's a touch. Yep, there's a touch. He hits his little finger. This will be a no try. Samuela, that's a ball off the ground. And just watch the little finger of Aiden Caesar. It doesn't show it on that ankle. The one previous, you could see the movement of the fingers when the ball went past.
Time off. Okay, just got to review the contest.
Are they looking at a disruptor also? But it comes off.
Tigers kick chasers are onside.
Yeah, you can see it hit the fingers.
Aiden Caesar then knocks the ball on in the contest. Have a decision.
Freddie?
It's been fantastic news of late that the government's going to spend $40 million on Leichhardt. But given what just happened, these last couple of screens for their footy team, I'm not sure these grandstands have been put to the decibel test lately because they're starting to shake. I could hear the creak of the roof. It's not safe.
Take $5 million out of that Leichhardt budget, you reckon? So the Raiders dodge a big bullet there. They're going to find a spark.
Well, they've got to build the game. Coming out of trouble, they've made a couple of errors. They've got to get in the cycle of play, get in this arm wrestle. This will help. But they've got to be thinking, build pressure. Can't score off every set.
Looks very clunky at the moment. They came here with a goal of ball control, and as all teams say, complete their sets and kick to the corners. That's the common phrase these days, but they've done anything but that.
The last time Ricky's Raiders were here, it was 18-0 to Canberra. And then the Tigers came all the way back, hit the lead 19-18. And the controversy when Fogarty tried for the field goal, had his legs wiped out by Isaiah Papali'i, led to a penalty, and Canberra won that one 20 points to 19, you may remember. Canberra haven't lost here against the Tigers in a decade. Nathan Astor kicked the winning field goal that day, 2014, last time the Tigers beat the Raiders here. Tedesco was the fullback. So on the last, what did Canberra do with it? A little dab over the top, well read by Buller.
It's an area we highlighted in the pre-game, the attacking kicking of the Raiders, very inexperienced young halves. Saw last night, Sam Walker's short kicking game. He destroyed him in the wet. So we'll try to get some tries off kicks.
Melbourne playing with real confidence. First try in the NRL under his belt in the opening minutes here. Dewey. The run that is.
Looks strong.
Caesar from just outside the 30. It's a nice purchase on it. Set up kindly for Savage. And at the speed that he showcased to hunt down Naden earlier in this contest. Contrick, you know, his wing for work. Just 3 tries so far this year. Scored 16 in his rookie year. Way back in 2017. Home fans thought that was sloppy out of dummy half and worthy of a forward pass call, but got you all clear. Carpenter gets that second phase going for Strange. Back to centre field and putting that footwork on. And try to push a pass to Hudson Young that wasn't on.
Everything is just rushed. No patience at all from the Raiders at the moment.
The pass was never on. And this isn't good. Error, penalty.
It just adds to the frustration, doesn't it? But there's no patience at all. No calmness in what they're doing.
Do you think that comes with the inexperience in the halves? Not that loud, dominant voice?
Yeah, it does, but they've got enough senior players in the forwards to be able to settle that down, surely. Push your halves out of the way for a little while. Chase the game with your work ethic and your defence. don't chase it with young fellas thinking they've got to score points.
They start inside Canberra territory after the touch finder. Safer straight into the game and nearly busting them open. Caesar slipped through the tackle of Strange, but there was backup.
Play the ball.
Todd Smith not having it. Here's Fanua Bole. Still 2 more plays here for the Tigers. Galvin wants it left-hand side. Behind Safer, here he is, the kid. Oh, sets it up nicely here. What a set play! Welcome back, Adam Dewey. Magnificent moments. After 439 days, working his way back for this opportunity.
Held up's a life call, mate.
He's been held up, though. No try, they say.
Walk back, boys.
That combination on the left side is building with Galvin and Fainu. He holds him up here. How did he do this?
He's freakish, Jordan Rapana. He's a freaky man.
Had it always up at the end. It was
just looking at all angles to ensure that Adam Dewey doesn't ground the ball.
Look as many angles as you like. Jordan Rapana is a freaky man. He does freakish
Adam
things.
Dewey fails to ground the ball and is held up in the in goal.
That's an incredible try save from one of the most competitive footballers I've ever seen.
How old is Jordan Wright?
34 years young.
34.
He's one of the most competitive footballers I've ever seen.
Last tackle, yeah. Last tackle.
And at 34 years of age, look at this. That's brilliant. That keeps his team in it.
Last tackle.
And Adam Dewey's a fibber. He's a fibber, darling. Don't trust him.
Yeah, that reaction sums it up. How did they not score there? So Safer, busy since he came on. Now Buller on the last. They keep it in the hands. And Naden stopped in his tracks by Savage again.
Well, there's got to be a momentum shift in this for the Raiders to get back in it, because the Tigers are all over them. Raiders are contributing to their own demise, but so too the enthusiasm of the home side.
So much on the line today for the Raiders. A win for them and they'll jump into the top 8, get to 20 points.
Well, the Tigers did beat the Titans last week, and the Titans came out and won by 100 yesterday. I mean, it's made the form look good, hasn't it?
Tigers win this game, they'll put the Eels on the bottom of the ladder. It's a live ladder you're looking at there in the bottom half. Weeks doing most of the kicking. No pressure on Buller. Able to stay grounded. The fullback, who was wearing the 21 last week at Leichhardt. So they paid tribute to Golden Boots, Keith Barnes, the #1 retired last week. Here's again, already a try scorer today. Another strong run. Nice reception from the fans as well for the first gamer. Mistake from Stefano. And Canberra trying to find that spark. Morgan Smithy's celebrating that little mini victory.
Well, they needed that. And they'll be happy with a bit of a breather here, the Raiders. Just a loose carry there. Big Stefano. Centrefield scrum. I'd like to see him somehow get some space for the winger, Xavier Savage. We saw early in the game how quick he is.
Okay, ball. Right.
To McCall trying to get on the outside of Adam Dewey, defending in that left centre role. And having a word to the touch judge as well after what went on in the play the ball. Don't forget State of Origin Game 2 coming up on Wednesday from the MCGs. Tickets still available. You can watch it all live, exclusive and free, Wednesday 7 p.m. on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Tarpany. Rapana. Didn't like what he saw on the outside with Papali'i, the lead runner. Clunkiness again from Canberra. Flat ball to Timoko, given the all clear. And the Tigers swoop again. The big man latching onto the loose ball once more, Samuela Fainu.
Kotrich is down holding an ankle. Once again, poor end of the set. Someone's got to stand up, one of the halves, to take control.
Kotrich still down in back play, so Canberra defending with 12 men right now, and they'll go to his side perhaps. It'll be a good time to do that. They keep it up the middle for now. He's in agony. The right winger for the Raiders. Galvin has sensed that. What can he do with the numbers here? Fainu drops it on the boot, and it might just work out here. Galvin chases, and Canberra able to force it dead in the end.
Once again, that left side. Combination of Galvin and Fainu. There's Kotrich.
Well, he makes a good save here, Hudson Young, from the other side of the field. Little kick in behind. Rapana runs past the ball, turns around and tries to get back. And Hudson Young, the Origin player, comes from the far side of the field to come across and save their day.
I'd like to see Buller get on that left side and get in and around Galvin and also Fainu. Combination.
Jordan Rapana didn't nail that one.
He's put it into the grandstand.
Is that in an angle too?
Yeah, it's on the way. You've got to go up that road and turn left. He kicked it about a metre in front of the line and put it out on the highway.
It's just to play the ball under the new rule, of course.
No penalty.
Coruscant. Shake to go right, went back to the left-hand side. Oh, nearly falling over and scoring there. They're over the line again here, the Tigers.
Yeah, Jerry, coming to tackle 2. Have no try. Just confirm he's held up. Tackle 2.
Well, the fans were cheering.
Well, he's right there, the referee. He's got his nose on it.
Wolfer gets his hand under it.
It's a miracle save. You'll need
Just seeing if there's any alternate angle to definitively say whether the ball gets to ground or not.
You'll need an angle in between the player's legs. It must have got desperately close.
Still looking for a better angle.
Might need one from the other end. The arm obscures. I think he's held him up.
Fans think that looks pretty good.
There is inconclusive evidence to overturn the live decision. We'll be staying with the on-field ruling.
Sione Fainu denied his try-scoring moment there.
Well, it doesn't matter. It only looks a matter of time anyway. The Tigers are just hunting them down here.
Seyfarth looking dangerous every time he gets the footy. Nice legs tackle from Strange. Now it's Caesar's turn to go to work. Galvin changing the point of attack. A little bit of tunnel ball action.
That was a double nutmeg. We're between 2.
Bold Porter tied it up by Naden, and now Seyfarth says let's just steady things on play 5. Coruscant will go back to that right-hand side again for Caesar. Does he know it's the last? He's taking the line on, and he'll have to hand it over.
Leave it there, Aiden.
The teams are happy to run the ball in the last play because they get the repeat set. It's a 50-50 with a short dropout. So they're happy to finish their set in that square, that 10-metre square towards the sideline. Their defence set.
Strong, determined run from Savage. Here's Trey Mooney. What can he provide off the bench? Whitehead. One out stuff from the Raiders. Still in search of their first points.
Well, they've dodged a few bullets.
Flat ball out of dummy half from Wolford. I'm with the crowd on that one. Forward it appeared.
This could easily be 24-0 at the moment. It's only 12.
There's been 3 tries disallowed. Drop balls held up.
Sure, it's a fun watch for a couple of old Magpies. Birthday greetings to Cole Ratcliffe, the last surviving member of the Western Suburbs 1952 grand final winning side. Turns 95 today. And a shout out also to the West's oldest living player, Darcy Russell, also 95, and he attended the club's annual reunion yesterday. Sure they're both watching the coverage on Nine's Widewater Sports. Shout out to you.
Crikey, 95. That's a good dig, isn't it? Andrew, do you think you and I will reach 95?
Well, my mum said to me when I turned 50, love, we didn't think you'd get there. Not in your own, Mum.
Great take, Rapiner. And claimed he was hit high. The referee agrees with him. On the deck when he caught one high from Matamua, perhaps.
Well, there's just no energy here from the Raiders. You know, they get the penalty and there's no one really energetic to get things going. They're really on the back foot at the moment. But they're the sort of side that once a spark comes, they can score back-to-back tries really quickly. They just need the spark.
We are heading to Townsville for the first ever Women's State of Origin decider. Don't miss your chance to secure seats to Game 3 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, Townsville on Thursday, June 27. Get your tickets at nrl.com/tickets now, or catch it all exclusive, live and free on 9 and 9 now from 7:30 p.m. Here go the Raiders, right-hand side, but no room to move for Weeks. Whitehead sets them up inside the 30. Smithies moving it on. Weeks popping up left-hand side, combining with Strange. Tigers sliding effectively from side to side defensively. Shocking service on the last here. Kept alive by Mariota for Wolford. Risky ball. All the way out to Rapiner, trying to improvise. And Buller kept a cool head, gets a 7-tackle set out of it.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Well, once again, someone's got to stand up, whether it's Weeks or it's the 5'8" Strange, but someone has to stand up and just demand the ball in the last play. Don't complicate it.
So the brothers on the field together now. Kit alongside Luke. And here he is, straight into the action. Just his second game. Galvin. Strong, determined run again from Finer. Body on the line stuff from Rapiner. Timoko. Great signs for the Tigers in this opening half hour. Dewey's come across to chase this one from Caesar. Batted it back. Porter. And the tackle was made brilliantly there to deny Galvin. Timing had to be right from Morgan Smithies.
Well, this is the least the score could possibly be. I reckon 12-0's a poor result for the West Tigers at the moment. They could be a long way in front here, and that's the only positive going for the Raiders. They've been really good, the Tigers. Plenty of energy, plenty of enterprise.
Some recovery from Contrick. We thought he was gone when he stayed down for good 30 seconds earlier in this half with an ankle issue.
Footballers are like that. When you first get hurt, you think you're going to be amputated or something, and then you've got to check all the parts and see that they're all in working order. Then you finally get up.
Magic hands of the physio doing the trick.
That's why they used to say, you know, the water sponge, you know, the magic sponge. Get out there and hit them with the magic sponge and they come good.
Buller just spinning through that initial contact. Fatape was playing in the centres earlier this season. Played left wing last week. In that spot again today. Average age of 23 years old here for these Tigers. And they're serving it up to the Raiders.
Well, Jordan Rapana, he's gone to halfback. And then Weeks has gone to fullback.
Well, that's not such a bad move. I was nearly going to suggest that 3 or 4 minutes ago, that they just need a competitor up there in the front line.
Galvin dumped after getting the kick away, and Weeks under the high ball. Maybe that's part of the reason as well, and with Rapana dropping a few early.
Could well be. Like, Rapana will go up there in that position and think he's a halfback. Even though he's not, he'll think he is. And he will at least try something and try and spark them. He may make a lot of errors too, but
opening 32-minute shift for Zach Wolford, just left the ground. Replaced by Danny Levi, who's ready to have his first touch.
He's a bloke that did some spark.
yeah.
Jamal Fogarty and Jack White.
Mistake! And the first gamer latches onto it.
Ricky Stewart will be praying that at half-time it's only 12.
Caesar. Up quickly was Mariota, stopping the ball, getting out to that left-hand side. Do they shift it this time? Galvin turning Finu back underneath. Galvin wants it short side. Here he goes, Lockie, taking on Weeks and company. Dewey. Still Dewey. Bumping off tackles. Naden gets around Chris, but there was backup on the inside, importantly, in the form of Strange. Dewey has to improvise now. What a step! He'll score this time, surely, yes! Sione Finu! 16-0. It's the least they deserve, these Tigers.
Well, Adam Dewey has come from the left-hand side of the field over to the right. He ends up getting in dummy half. Just watch, the ball's in two hands and the defence stops. The Raiders' defence just stops. Here's the error. Isuzu D-Max replay. Another error coming out of trouble. And the shift down the right side. Dewey gets in dummy half. Ball in two hands. Look, they just stop. They all stop. They get stuck in the mud. And then the big man gets it. Look at the footwork. Goes through 2, 3. That was pretty soft. Good footwork. Really good footwork. But the defence. You've got to keep your legs moving. You stop and you get on your heels, you're vulnerable to footwork.
Well, honestly, I know I've said it a couple of times, this will be 18-0 in the shadows of half-time, and it could be 30-odd easily. It's been one-sided the whole game, and Canberra have contributed to that as much as the Tigers have. The Tigers have been terrific. They can do no more. They've been unlucky not to score 3 or 4 more. Plenty of youth, plenty of enthusiasm, ball movement, getting in position early, coming hard onto the ball, getting up quickly in defence, getting in position quickly in defence. They're doing all the things you need them to do, and the Raiders are doing none of that.
First career try for Sione Finu, converted by Coruscant. What about the adrenaline pumping for these Tigers? All 3 try scorers have made it their first 4-pointers in first grade today. And the latest is Sione Finu. So many brothers playing as well. Something you can't really quantify. The enthusiasm booster it's providing today for these Tigers in search of their first win at this home ground in more than 4 years. Galvin, Caesar, the halves combine. Porter just playing his role out on that right edge. Safar, so busy since he's come on. Galvin, Hudson Young bailed out on the pressure on the kick. Naden not giving up here. And Savage safe under the high ball. Better let him go. Look how short the 10 is there. 6 metres back, the Tigers. Plenty going on in that play the ball situation. It's hard yakka for these Raiders. Kotrick going sideways.
Going sideways, and he's the only bloke moving. No one else is moving. They're just making it easy for the defence.
Held short of halfway was Smithies. Tough watch for Ricky Stewart. Now Weeks takes the game on, slices them open and picks up the support runner, but sticking to his task defensively was Safar to get to Levi.
There's a glimpse of his speed and talent. Probably come up with the wrong option at the back end. He had players to the outside. There's a show of a kick and surge into the backfield. He's very, very quick. He had 2 onto his right, decided to come back into the left. Good scramble from the Tigers. You liked their scramble last week, Andrew, didn't you?
Yeah, I think the stats by memory, the Titans had 9 clean breaks against 2. They had more possession than Titans, more field position, but they just scrambled. They competed. I taught this young man next breaker play, Lockie Galvin. It's the first time I've watched him close, live. Really impressed.
He's on both sides of the field,
Really
isn't
impressed.
he? He's really good. Can we get a microphone and the camera in the Raiders halftime dressing room, please? I don't want to put Ricky on the show, but I think it'll be entertaining.
We'll use one of his sprays.
I can't see him being at all satisfied with this. He will not sugarcoat the bitter pill.
Just preparing his notes right now is Ricky. And his team provides some points before half-time. Good run from Kotrick out of dummy half. And makes the bus, still going Kotrick.
Only one man there supporting.
Strange to go to work off the back of it. Hudson Young. Busting tackles as well. The Tigers are falling off a few now. Oh, how did they not score there? Intercept thrown to Porter. Penalty given, though.
But once again, the scramble.
Jareem touches it and then he catches it in front.
They were in for all money. Hudson Young, he's the guy.
front.
He can spark him. He's unpredictable. Comes off that left foot. And have a look at the scramble. They don't stop. They keep their legs moving, just in case.
And the percentages here, when you've got no time left on the clock, you take the 2 and hope it's an invaluable 2 in the second half, even though you're trailing by 18.
Well, I don't think that'll soften the blow when they get to the coach. The fact that they're on the board.
No, we don't. Get on.
So the Raiders will take the shot.
Hey? Yeah, mate, yes.
Then try and play catch-up. Remember last time these two teams squared off at this venue, it was 18-0 for Canberra. And the Tigers came all the way back to hit the lead.
What's happening here?
Are they kicking for goal or not?
Yes. I'm not sure why Jordan Rapiner is going through an elaborate routine.
I think the Raiders players are in no hurry to get back to the dressing room. I think they know what's coming.
Unless this comes rebounding back off the upright and the Raiders score, it'll be the first time the Tigers have kept an opposition try-less in the first half since 2022 against the Dragons in round 8. Rapana looking to put the Raiders on the board. And they do have 2 points.
Just on Lockie Galvin, I mean, really for watching him off the ball. When the ball comes the other side of the field, he's organising his back rowers, he's organising his edge. He's playing both sides of the field. You can see him always talking, defending strong. His kicking game is sound. He is your long-term 5'8" moving forward.
Half-time at Campbelltown. The Tigers 18, Canberra 2.
Whether or not half-time makes a difference to the Raiders.
It's a shallow kick-off. And putting his hand up for it is Seyfarth. Welcoming committee led by Trey Mooney. Good contact there on Porter. No gain on that. Play number 2. Caesar looking for runners. Galvin. Buller. And they might just side through them here. Fa'atape. Great skill. Dewey. He's got Galvin in support. Adam Dewey for Galvin. Oh, what a start to the second half. He's got 2 tries, Lockie. And it's all Tigers at Campbelltown.
Tigers, Tigers, Tigers. Get that in there. Get that in there. Wow. What about that? Forget about what Ricky said. What did Benji say? Isuzu D-Max replay. Second tackle from their own half of the field. No thoughts of being conservative and protecting the league. Adam Dewey does so well there. So professionally done to create the space for Galvin.
Once again, the Tigers moving the ball out of trouble, mostly to their left. And their key players all combining Galvin to Buller. This pass here, and Dewey, you can see the class. He doesn't panic, digs right over towards the sideline. Just to create room back on the inside to Galvin. And the Tigers fans, this young man, he might be the one.
Contracted through until the end of 2026. There was a lot of talk in recent times about him wanting out, but Campbelltown through and through. Lockie Galvin, and look at that strike. Galvin debuted against this opposition in round 2. Then there were those back-to-back wins for him in rounds 3 and 4. He hasn't tasted success since then after missing last week with that hand concern, but a double today to have his team right on track for victory at Campbelltown, where they are on a 10-game losing streak. Kit Laulali'i back on an angle. Caesar's just flying around everywhere, isn't he? The 32-year-old halfback didn't get his hands on it that time as he wanted, but he's making things happen. Here goes Lockie again. Tough tackle for Kyo Weeks to try and slow down Fainu. And Galvin pumps it high again.
Fainu Samuela looks like one of those players who I used to play with, Steve Simpson. Oh, it's an error.
Oh! And they'll stroll over again. Jareem Buller. It'll be 30-0 in a sec.
What a day. What a day. We've got a long way to go in this game, but at 28-2, probably 30-2, Isuzu DMAC replay. Lovely high kick. Don't know what happens here. The ball just comes free. Picked up by Coruscant, Jareem Buller. They're in again. Bradley Fittler.
It's so good to hear the fans just cheering for their team. All these young blokes on the back of their little hooker, Abby Coruscant. I saw him in State of Origin do this, pick up some crumbs and set up a try. Great to see. There's your future right there. And they know it, the fans. The fans know it.
You're talking about Samuel Afanu. I play with a guy called Steve Simpson. We used to call him Titanium Bones. And he used to hurt oppositions when he ran the ball. Samuel Afanu, he looks like he's all elbows and knees. He found Kyo Weeks in the line then. And, the noise. He looks so awkward to tackle, big Samuela.
Coruscant with the try assist. Because the Raiders have those 2 points, so 30 points to 2 in a moment. Try in the burgeoning career of Jareem Buller. They let it bounce a couple of times here and get away with it. As Buller tidied up. And look at that run of tries, 2 already since half-time to open up this margin to 28 points now.
Well, honestly, if the first half went the way it should have, this should be 50 already. When you think about it. They should have scored 3 or 4 more in the first half, and now they've scored 2 within 5 minutes in the second half. They're just running without fear. They're putting passes together. Everyone's moving. Galvin's pushing people away.
Another good thing about Galvin, if the pass isn't on, he'll take the tackle. He doesn't move the problem sideways or sell dunks. Which shows he's reacting. His decision-making is reacting to the defence, what the defence is doing. Tigers fans be excited about this young man. Ready?
Peter's talking about Galvin and Dewey. The way they've worked together. Galvin will go to the other side of the field, and then every now and then Dewey's gone to the other side of the field, constantly looking out for each other. Galvin took the last tackle, so Dewey took the kick. They're complementing each other well.
Yeah, it gives him a third kicking option, doesn't he? Caesar, Galvin, Dewey. Look at Trey Mooney. Trying to inspire his team.
I like him as a player.
Recently re-signed for 3 more years.
Yeah.
Mooney and Ada, Mariota, and young tearaways.
Timoko. Canberra start the comeback now. Weeks for Smithies. And Gula is looming large on his left shoulder. Levi counting the numbers. We'll go left for Gula this time. Slow down in the play of the ball. Emre from dummy half, trying to barge his way over. And Danny Levi likes what he's done there. And Canberra have their first try. Tough start defensively for Danny Levi, but he hits the scoreboard.
Well, he came off the bench today, Danny. He's in number 9, but he started from the benches. Thrown out by Suzu D-Max replay. This is just pretty simple. He doesn't barge over his own teammate. He just picks a mark there on the try line and buries his head into the middle. Now he's got to try and get the ball down. Keeps pushing. He gets it down.
It's his 5th try of the year. The other 4 came in the first 5 rounds, including the opener last time these teams met in round number 2. Important that they go up in 6s here if they want to breathe life back into the contest. And they're ready to get this conversion on the way as that try is eventually confirmed. So Jordan Rapana with the goal kicking responsibilities. Makes it 30 points to 8. Pretty ordinary start to the day, but it's finished in spectacular fashion out in the west of Sydney. Campbelltown fans cheering on their West Tigers here, hoping they've got a big enough lead to hold on for their first success at this venue in 4 years. It would require a record-breaking effort to win the game for the Raiders. No team has come from 28 points down to win, but they're back within 22, and there's plenty of time left. There's Mariotta, late offload for Whitehead. He's got designs on something similar for Rapana. And he gets a set restart. There are some signs here for Canberra, and they'll take the penalty.
First is the leg pull, and he loses it. Breaks down the play.
Gus spoke in the first half. They just need to spark.
That's the smarts of Rapana again, saying I'm not just content with a set restart, I'll just drop the footy and make it a penalty.
Found a loophole.
Yeah, exactly. Exposed by the clever thinking Jordan Rapana. Freddie?
Benji's gone to the bench. Stefano Utokamano, he's just coming down the sideline now.
And the Raiders go back to back. There's Hato Mariotta. Gula now. Weeks trying to organise things with Strange. They're on the same side, left hand of the uprights. They go to Whitehead instead. He's had a few goes at cracking the line with no joy just yet. That tackle went on a long time. Levi's service hits the deck. Mooney taking on all comers. All the way down to the last. Rapana looks heavy off the boot. Timokol did not give up on it. And the ref wants a look to confirm.
Jerry, have no try. It's confirmed, no grounding, knock on Canberra.
Hopefully no shoulder damage done for Matt Timokol here in the dive for the footy.
Well, it's not the worst set of 6 I've seen.
Kick chasers on the right are onside.
It's in the finals, and it could be saved at the back end here from a little kick chase. No.
Is it a Tigers hand that put it there?
Matt Timoko contacts the ball and fails to ground it. We have a decision.
Rub salt into the wounds. It was a terrible set of 6. For a team behind by 22 points, it was a terrible set of 6.
Hang on.
Nearly rescued with the 5th tackle kick, but in the end they've got the worst possible result. 20-metre tap and an injury.
They're doing a HIA, I've got to stop.
Not really doing an HIA, they're doing a strength test of that shoulder. Have to wait for him to get back into position. Away go the Tigers with Utokamano back on. The Countdown is on to State of Origin Game 2, live from the iconic MCG. Can the Blues keep the series alive with Trell back in the lineup and send us to a Game 3 decider? Tune in Wednesday night from 7 p.m, exclusive, live and free on the home of State of Origin, Nine's Wide World of Sports. Wednesday night at the G. How good. Coruscant scheming. Back to Galvin. Cut-out ball for Dewey. Nice combination. Those two are building up already. First going alongside one another. Seyfarth centre field. Go to Galvin. And knocked down by Mooney for another set coming up for the Tigers.
It's really positive to see a young playmaker wanting his hands on the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4 rucks in a row. Organising people around him. It's just great attitude and great confidence.
Did he come through as at 5'8"? I know he played a bit back row in the juniors.
He played a few positions. They all thought long term he'll be a back rower, an edge back rower, but he's so skillful. We can see what he's doing now in a playmaker role.
Well, he's playing like the halfback. He's on the ball.
Fullback in the 5'8", leading the hit-ups for the Tigers, as you saw on that graphic a moment ago. Depth here on both sides. Utoi Kamanu over the top of Strange. Oh, big Stefano. He's been fired up throughout the entire contest. And now he's got a meat pie to enjoy.
Yeah, watch the work from Appy Coruscant. They knew what they were doing, Appy and big Stefano. He comes to the left, Appy, that takes the markers, and what that does, it gets big Stefano one-on-one with the smaller man. Isuzu D-Max replay, he'll come left, he'll come back, he'll isolate the defender, and big Stefano just goes, get out of my way. Only one winner there, big man on Ethan Strange. Moves the markers, gets him one-on-one, and he gets the bumper bars up, says, out of my way.
It's not the first time he's done that this year from close range. Very, very powerful, and it must be wonderful for a young front rower to have a playmaker hooker, dummy half, like Appy Coruscant. That was just sheer strength there.
It looks simple. Oh yeah, she gets one-on-one with Denny Levi. It looks simple, but the timing and the deception goes that way, and the timing to hit the ball right in the advantage line. But big Stefano, he gave Appy time. He gave him time to do his work. They're flying, the Tigers.
Coruscant adds 2 more.
Behind it!
So that lead extended back out to 28. Canberra trying the short kickoff. It never broke the plane. It was close, but no cigar for Rapana.
10 in, Uppy. 10 in. 10 in. Yeah, 10 metres in.
That sums it up.
Over there.
Looks on the faces of those Raiders on the bench and up on high. Out enthused today by these Tigers. Seyfarth.
He's been good today. Ball playing. Really impressed.
He's a skillful player, hard worker. They kind of had him working as a work rate player just to churn out all the ugly stuff, but he's actually got skill.
Caesar. Bulla. Trying to create an overlap. Kamanu. Gula was hunting a big hit and flying out of the line, but never got to Stefano with the timing. Galvin subtly in that pass for Fainu. Kept it alive legally around the corner, so too there. And now Dewey. Oh, tries the razzle-dazzle. That's still alive. They'll get another set out of that.
Went backwards and then kicked it by Canberra.
Stop it. That was just ridiculous.
Tigers fans, once again the left side, Galvin, Fainu, Dewey. And then also Buller floating around. Geez, that left edge, it's got some strike. First time they've played together, Galvin and Dewey?
Yeah.
Jeez. You'd think they've played 10 years together the way they're combining.
This time it's gone far enough. The short drop out, but look at Buller just rise. Of course, Justin Olam's been a very handy left centre. That's the position Dewey is playing in, replacing the injured former Melbourne Storm man. So where Dewey winds up long term in this Tigers lineup, that was the question you posed to Benji Marshall pre-game. Knocking on the door of more points here. Caesar. Out the back, says the touchy. Galvin got rid of one. From side to side goes Lockie. Eventually succumbs 10 metres out. Still 23 minutes left in the ball game. So much time for the Tigers to add to this score, and here they go again. Oh, a little slip from the first gamer. Now Liliki, already a try scorer today. Just passing the footy with such confidence. Oh, Galvin puts it out in front of Dewey, and Kotrick had the read, but Dewey is busting his fair share. Short side Caesar. Flicked out the back for Galvin. Oh, slow motion kick will work. Oh, Coruscant! Lucky Galvin just mesmerising everyone at Campbelltown.
Well, if this was a boxing bout, they'd stop the fight. They'd call it off. Raiders out on their feet, and the Tigers are just doing whatever they like. They're doing whatever they like. They're offloading, unloading, running around in circles. Just watch the composure here. This kid is 18, remember, Lockie Galvin. Isuzu D-Max replay. You've got to go back and get this ball. Sums it up. Will I kick long? Will I kick short? Will I pass? And a beautifully placed little kick towards the uprights. And Coruscant coming through gets the try. That is such composure from a young man. It's incredible.
I love when he gets the ball. You watch him scan. He looks back to the left side. And he's looking for his winger. And he just scans around. Do I kick crossfield? Do I kick back to my left? Looking up. And he's got time. Freddie?
You talked about the combination with Adam Dewey, but the combination with Aidan Caesar, they haven't had many games together either. Aidan Caesar had 4 weeks off. He's been out a couple of times. He's been injured for a couple of weeks. He was also suspended. So there's been these players haven't played together at all. And you just see the potential coming together now. They put the fear into any team.
That angle showed it perfect. You got the ball just scanning around. Where am I going? Who am I kicking to?
Class. Coruscant has now kicked 7 from 7.
The other part of that is Lachlan Galvin scanning and having time and working out what he's going to do. There's no pressure from the defence. The other part of that is that the Raiders just had no interest in that. They're allowing offload after offload after offload, and a couple of times the ball's hit the ground, they haven't come forward in defence.
Short kickoff will come off for the Raiders.
Well, they've had enough practice.
Margin 34 points before we go past the hour mark. Papali'i. Tough watch for him. On the bench, back on. Got footwork, doesn't he? Mariota took some stopping there. Now Tarpany. Tigers defence standing up for now. Rapina, quick hands. Defence putting some pressure on. Kotrick's kick was decent. Tigers in the field of play.
You can just see the difference in energy. Last play there, Tigers up off their line, putting pressure on, chasing, scrambling, come up with the ball. You compare that to what the Raiders offered at the other end of the field. It's complete contrast. These kids are just killing them. Killing them with energy and enthusiasm and just sheer want, and with a smile on their face.
Yeah, that's the point. Ever since he came out of the tunnel today, he had a smile on his face, and it's great to see someone in a serious professional competition enjoying themselves. And why wouldn't you with a performance like this?
Tackle one.
He'll be a very popular figure at Leichhardt and Campbelltown for more than a decade to come, hopefully for Tigers fans. Lockie Galvin. Got so many brothers. It's part of the lineup today as well. Might become the new family club. Seven converted tries. How perfect with the boot today. With a try as well. Caesar forced the kick from just outside his own 20. And Rapina trying to invent something immediately. Goes to the outside for Chris. We've got the Storm away next week, Canberra. Newcastle at home and then the bye. Not ideal form for them heading into a game against the Storm down south.
Mickey might make them walk there from Campbelltown.
Papali'i earns that set restart professionally. Levi allowed to take the quick tap, is he? And knocked on. Well,
sin bin. There's a sin bin
Wait and
here.
see, they get an advantage. You're inside 10 metres. Off you go.
they'll be down to 12 here for the next 10. Alex Seyfarth it was who put his hands on Levi after the quick tap.
Hey. No, that's already gone. That's already gone, mate.
Coruscant was hoping to bail him out with the captain's challenge, but no joy on that front.
Well, let's see what Canberra's got.
No sin bins and a low penalty count was what Benji Marshall was most pleased about last week. It's another trip to the sin bin today, but they got the luxury of a 34-point edge with 18 minutes to go. Papali'i had to search for the footy. Get it wide here, will they? Rapina set it up nicely for Kotrick in the corner. And the Raiders have their second try.
Yeah, nice work, Jordan Rapina. Gets the ball in space, and the rushing defence, he holds onto the ball. The defenders go up past the ball. Isuzu D-Max replay. I think it's Adam Dewey. He'll get up past the ball and the winger, and then just finds a pass on the outside. And there's a try to the Raiders.
Jordan Rapina hasn't given up. He'll keep trying. He got them away down the left-hand side of the field. Now he's back on the right-hand side of the field, creating that opportunity for Kotrick. Bradley Fittler.
I love watching goal kicking. Saw Jaden Campbell kick 11 from 11 yesterday. He's not a renowned goal kicker, Rapina, but he can do anything. Oh, Hit it nice.
Why did you never take up goal kicking seriously?
I'm not sure. I think we had Greg Alexander at the time.
So Canberra have their second try, margin back to 30. They're playing against 12 men for the next 8 minutes or so. After Seyfarth went to the bin.
Look at that view of the Golden West. We're on the home with the telly on, watching the footy. It'll get pretty cool out here tonight. No place for the faint-hearted.
You wished Freddie had taken his goal kicking a bit more seriously.
He never did. He never took his goal kicking seriously. He could kick it, actually.
Because I played with some really good goal kickers, and normally when they went to the... not many people used to get injured. And then when they went to the second fiddle or someone who just used to like kicking, that was normally me. But it is nice out here, I've got to say. I grew up down the road. This is where I used to play my junior grand finals. Great place.
Here we go Canberra again, looking to expose this same side, and Weeks just slices through again. On the outside, Kyo Weeks, individual try. Sensational, they've gone back-to-back here. And Tigers fans just a little bit worried about this lead getting eroded.
Well, he's swift. Pointed that out in the first half. He can run. He's a very, very quick young man. A little bit of a shift off the kickoff. A little bit short in numbers. Dewey allows him back on the inside. Isuzu, D-Max replay. He just holds Buller up, feigns inside and beats him easily. It was nearly arrogant in the end.
Well, he's playing like a fullback. Raffin is playing like a half. He hits the ball. And watch the balance and the speed. He's lightning. So Jamal Fogarty's back around 20.
But I'm not wasting any time. Makes the adjustment this time. Margin back to 24, 4 converted tries. So the men's origin coming up Wednesday night. What excites you about this New South Wales team, Joey?
The left edge for me, the combination of Angus Crichton and also Latrell Mitchell. If they can get them quality ball, I think they can cause some headaches in and around Cherry Evans and Valentine Holmes. Yeah, the left side, Angus and Latrell.
All I know is I've got to pack a bag to go to cold old Melbourne on Wednesday and then jump on a plane and go to Townsville on Thursday. I have to pack 2 bags.
Sure, someone can take another bag home for you, Gus. Travel light up to Townsville on Thursday for the decider. First ever decider in a women's origin series. What a night that will be. It's been great today on Nine's Wide World of Sports to hear from Millie Boyle, Kezi Apps, among the stars, previewing that game today. Here goes Weeks again. Strange. Ducked down to the tackle of Naden. And they eventually round up the teenager. Played in that under-19s origin a year ago, scored a hat-trick and now become a regular in first grade. The Thursday night of action it was at Leichhardt the other night. New South Wales putting on a show in both games. Weeks keeps it in the hands for Whitehead. Kotrick, just enough room. And the kick's pretty handy here. Oh, great effort, Caesar. Important touch.
Well, once again, the scramble. Spoke about it last week at Leichhardt when they beat the Titans. Aiden Caesar, he sprinted 40 metres. He'll be at the top of the screen. You'll see him just in case. He's jogging, but then sprints to the threat. 3 players there for the Raiders, but he gets there first. Great save.
10 seconds, Uppy.
used all of that clock and drove it long towards halfway. Never had set up for the short option. Mariota brings it back, 25 metres out, trailing by 24 with 12 minutes to go. Need to be some kind of miracle, but they're playing against 12 here, and look at Tupper go. Tapali'i thought about pushing the pass to Tapani. Held on in the end. Now Joe.
They so went the wrong way that time.
Levi to swing it this time via Rapana. Mariota weaks it beautifully. Great line run. Oh, try saver Jareen Buller on Hudson Young. That's a stunner. And Weeks over the top. That's alive and backwards. And Strange is over. Or is he? Going up as a no try.
Okay.
It comes back off Savage.
Starting no try. Just review that touch was backwards, and then he breaks the tackle. We don't have a double movement.
Well, it goes back from Savage. He climbs. Is he tackled in the air?
Kick chaser's onside.
Well, it's Caesar. The ball comes. That's gone back.
Aiden Caesar contacts Xavier Savage in the air. Just need to determine the direction the ball goes from Xavier Savage.
We'll have a look where it is and where it bounces.
Oh, it's close to a knock-on.
Look where he is.
That's backwards.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Ball goes backwards from Xavier Savage.
Yes, Speedy.
Well done, boys. He's not held here.
Ethan Strange breaks the tackle of Jareen Buller.
I'm surprised the ref didn't send it up as a try. He confused himself, Todd Smith.
And grounds the ball in the in goal. We have a decision.
I think there was just too much happening.
Well, Jordan Ruppen, he's ready to kick it.
Is this comeback on?
It's on.
They need to convert the tries, of course, so you've got to rush them, but you've got to nail them as well. Rapana. Clock froze there with just over 11 minutes to go. Canberra fans riding this one home. He's got it. 18 points the diff. History will be made at Queensland Country Bank Stadium this Thursday night. Women's State of Origin decider. First ever 3-game series, and it's 1 win apiece. Don't miss Women's State of Origin Game 3, exclusive live and free, 7:30 p.m. Thursday, right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports, the home of State of Origin. Who are you tipping in that one, Gus? Women's Origin, you've been there for the first 2 games.
I'm tipping New South Wales, but I can't believe they lost game 2. I mean, that was just Queensland at their best.
How clutch is Loz Brown on the field goal front, Joey? She nailed
that was
them
incredible.
every time.
That ground was so wet, even to get the ball off the ground.
Another try in the next couple of minutes would make this very interesting, wouldn't it?
The losing side has never scored more than 36 points in a game. Number 24 and counting, it appears, as that pass goes out the back. Suspicion of a high tackle as well. Savage for Tarpany. That works out for Weeks. Ad-lib footy here for the Raiders. Whitehead has Kotrick. And a lunging tackle by Fainu, sensational foot into touch. What an effort from the back rower.
So you know, remember they pick the ball up as well when he throws it in. Anyway, ready on the play the ball.
Well, that's a big play. That's a huge play. The big back rower, that's a great tackle. He's had a day out. Fainu. How old is he?
Eagle-eyed spot by the
Is
touch
it
as well.
19?
No, he's 20.
He played New South Wales 19s last year, I think.
He's captain.
Debuted with the Manly club. Yeah, a fair bit happened since Alex left the field.
Back on in a minute or so.
He's
Mistake
dropped
here.
it.
Tigers have coughed it up for Atape. So the door opens again for the Raiders. Need 3 converted tries to force it to golden point potentially here. 13 on 12 for just a little while before Seyfarth gets back out there. Damaged on this side. Whitehead, shocking pass.
Smart play. Didn't panic.
Goes back to Whitehead, does Rapana. Timoko. No gap there to expose.
They go left. And shot to pieces on the left.
They'll keep it in the hands. Strange elects the kick. Buller well placed.
Pull up. Shot clock off.
Nice kick. Got the ball wide, brought the defence up. Holds the ball out, kicks into space. Do they go long or short here? Me going long.
Up here, clock.
I'm sure he'll go long. He'll wear down the clock to the last second.
Could be awkward, this one too. How's the bounce for Weeks? Was kind enough in the end.
Well, they need a try in this set. They get a try in this set, they still have more than 5 minutes to score twice more.
13 on 13 again. Seyfarth back on. Fresh legs ready to get out there as well. Sione flying over, ready to come back on. Let's look at those 3 tries in a row for Canberra to give them an outside hope here. Late decision to offload from Papali'i. He'll be told to play it. Real depth on this right-hand side. Cut out, intercepts. Go on, Adam Dewey. The rugby league community behind you. Kyo Weeks is fast. He's got him. What a moment for Adam Dewey. More than 400 years out. 400 days out. 3 ACLs and seals things on his comeback day.
I'm sure it felt like 400 years. I'm sure it did, but to think about modern science and medical mysteries, as you say, 3 ACLs. The last surgery has taken 18 months to get his knee in a condition with grafting, bone grafting, so that they could then repair the ACL. And after only 1 game back in reserve grade football, Isuzu D-Max replay, and here we are. In the last 5 minutes of the game, he takes an intercept 80 metres out. Now here's the test of his own heart, his own courage, his own recovery. But all the medical people that got him back as well. Brilliant stuff. Brad Fittler.
You can talk about the science all you like, Gus, but it's the footy gods here today out at Campbelltown. Who could have scripted this possibly? After spending a year and a half on the sideline, to come out and play a part in rebuilding the partnership between this team and this crowd. Have a listen to them. They are loving this. The Tigers are back.
Given an early mark by coach Benji Marshall after that effort. He runs away from Weeks, who's looked so fast today.
Well, you imagine his match fitness is nowhere near. It'll take him another 6 weeks to get his match fitness up. To maintain that speed under all that fatigue, that's impressive.
And the coach wanted him to play New South Wales Cup again today, but the injury to Justin Olam opened the door, and here he is having this moment.
Well, it's all class. You can see everything he's done today has been all class. Wow. I reckon Freddie'd be excited by that.
That looks like Appy Coruscant in 10 years. Go, Appy.
So can they get to 50 here? 5 minutes to go. Highest score for the Tigers against the Raiders was 49 back in 2011. Head flies back from Fanua Bole. Another to come through the pathways at this club. Made his debut last week. Heath Mason, the number 18 in the headgear.
He was courageous last week. Had that real run-first mentality.
Caesar, free running. 20-metre gain from the veteran halfback. Combined beautifully with Galvin today. Here's Lockie. Passing for Fine, who's kicked a couple of times today. This might work out as well. Brave from Rapana. With the game gone at this stage.
Wasn't that brave?
Knocked out the back, he has to go again. Said Chris, quiet game for him. Strange. Gets through the tackle of Caesar. Still going Ethan Strange, trying to set things up for Chris, who was looming in support.
He must be so strong. He looks strong. Natural strength that you cannot get in the gym. It's just that natural, raw bone strength.
Timokov almost missed his boots. It's into touch, stopping the runaway from Fa'atape.
Sure, play the ball. Where do you want it?
The countdown is on. Celebrations about to begin in Campbelltown for the first time in a long time. It's going to be a little while until they're back here against South, round 24. Next time they'll be back at Campbelltown. They want to play here just about every week after a performance like this.
Well, they haven't had back-to-back wins for a long time. Is that right, man?
Round 3 and 4 this year.
Okay, well, that's a long time ago. But you can see they're building. They got some young players coming through here.
Just a brief scare when Seyfarth went to the bin and Canberra piled on some quick-fire tries. Finu running off Galvin. Look at the ball-playing ability of Samuela for Fa'atape. Was that knocked down by Canberra? Doesn't matter now. Knock on Tigers.
What do you want to play the ball? Charge knock on.
Well, these are the sort of days where the club gets to showcase to the fans
Hand over here.
what the future's going to look like. They're not there yet, but great days like this where kids can express their talent and show what potential there is in the club. And this area here, you see all the kids here in the ground. In years to come, they'll become rusted on Tigers fans. Days like this are important. Not the finished product by a long way, but you get to see the potential. And there's plenty of it in the club, not just here today, but underneath as well.
Nearly game for Hudson Young. Looks certain to score 2 or 3 tries today, but the Tigers' last-ditch defending has been able to get to him.
It's hard to know what to make of the Raiders today, isn't it? It was really lackluster for a long time, and now they scored 3 tries while Tigers were down to 12 men.
Keep going.
But
hand over where he kicked it. Yeah, you can
I guess they're human, they're not robots. They can't be on all the time, but today was such an important game for them. And they just got it wrong. They got the first half horribly wrong.
Plenty going on in the cellar of the NRL ladder right now. The Tigers climbed off the bottom last week, returned to last spot with that win from the Titans yesterday, but now they climb off the bottom again and leave Parramatta on the bottom of the ladder. No real hurry to restart play here. It'll be the final play. Api Coruscant finishes with the ball in hand. It's a win at Campbelltown for the first time in 4 years for the West Tigers. Full time here, 48-24.